Hi, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, with our public speaking workshop. This is the first one. Happy New Year, January 1st of 2021. This is for all of the people that would love to continue doing public speaking, whether it's online or whether it's in person. We can give you a lot of great institutions that you can pay and get their services, or we give you free content if you can understand the importance of practice. So, public speaking tip number one for this new year. When you think about it, phrasing, I'll say it again, phrasing. 93% of all communication is nonverbal. While amateurs are out there each and every opportunity, they're focusing on what to say. It's the professionals that are focusing on how to say it. A large part of this is something that we refer to as phrasing, where you put a different inflection and tone pattern on specific words to reinforce the point that you're attempting to make. For instance, if I was to say the sentence, I didn't say he stole the money, just phrasing one word differently can actually change the entire meaning of that sentence. If you said the sentence in your head or out loud, emphasizing the first word, I didn't say he stole the money, what does that mean? It means that I didn't say it. It means that he may have stole the money, but I just didn't say it. You see, an effective speaking technique is to emphasize the third word to see if it makes a difference. I didn't say he stole the money. I didn't say he stole the money. Well, what does that mean? It means that he may have stole the money, but I didn't say it. Maybe I wrote it, maybe I emailed it, or maybe I mimed it, etc. If you keep doing this with each of the words, you will see that it changes the entire meaning of the sentence. Now, that's important because people feel your intention when you speak way more than they actually listen to the words you're using. So, a good exercise is to practice this out loud or even record yourself and say the sentence multiple ways until you can clearly hear the difference between the phrasing of the different words. Another thing that we need to focus on in 2021, tell more stories. People love stories. The second, our best public speaking tip is telling stories. I say this to everyone, especially the salespeople that I coach, because to make that connection, especially when you're doing a product presentation, a story, paint a picture, this gets the person thinking. They can visualize, they can imagine. Now, amateurs share facts while professionals tell stories. Every civilization since the dawn of time has passed down information using stories. Why do they do this? It's pretty simple because it actually works. You see, the great thing about stories is that they're visual, they're emotional, and they're much more powerful than just facts, figures. There's something special that happens when you begin telling a story. It's like people go to a trance like state and they start to enjoy themselves. And they are certainly way more focused on what you have to say. In fact, you have their full attention when you begin telling a story. If you ever told a story to a young child before, you know that as soon as you finish the story, the kid says, tell it again, say it again, or I want to hear the story again. Your audience is just a bunch of little kids dressed up in adult bodies. Unless, of course, you're speaking to schools. Well, then they're just a bunch of kids. I want you to think about a personal story that you have, or a client story, or someone else's story that you relate to your individual topic. A story is easier to remember than a bunch of abstract logical points. The trick is, instead of trying to remember a story, relive it. That's when the best speakers makes connection with their audience. They're inside the story, imagining that it's happening either to you right now or that you're witnessing it right now. Then basically all you got to do is describe what's actually going on. Now, that's all the time we have for this video. We'll pick it up again on the next video. So, as always in parting, you go out there and you make it a champion.